Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the season debut of Yellow Jacket Baseball here on Yellow Jacket TV and the Pregame Show, sponsored by the National Bank of Commerce, with locations in Superior, Poplar, Solon Springs, Esco, Hermantown, Hibbing, and Duluth. National Bank of Commerce, make more possible. This is Matt Johnson coming to you from Wade Stadium here live in Duluth, Minnesota, where the Yellow Jackets returning home for their first home contest of the 2025 campaign, taking on Northland College in Game 1 of a three-game set against the Lumberjacks this weekend. Games 2 and 3 will be played across the bridge tomorrow at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex. But for now, today's game opens up this three-game set as the Yellow Jackets, like I said, returning home for the first time here in the 2025 campaign. UWS coming into this contest sitting at 5-9 overall under TJ Oakes in his fourth season at the helm of the Yellow Jacket program. His record to date, 67 wins, 64 losses in 3+ years at the helm of the Yellow Jacket program. They're opening up this 2025 home campaign today, coming off of a swing down in Florida that saw the Yellow Jackets go 3-5. And also concluded, unfortunately, for UWS with a three-game losing streak. In their final game of the trip, UWS fell to Plattsburgh State 5-3 in Winter Haven, Florida. That game was played last Saturday down in Florida. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets held a 3-2 lead heading into the top of the eighth before Plattsburgh scored three runs in the frame to take a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the inning. From there, UWS failed to score over the final two frames despite bringing the tying run to the plate with just one out in the bottom of the eighth. The Yellow Jackets opened up a 1-0 lead in that contest after one on an RBI single by Trey Seibert that brought in Peyton Steiner to give the Jackets that one-run lead. UWS trailed 2-1 after four before scoring single runs in the fifth and seventh innings to take a 3-2 advantage. In the fifth, Will Check and Wiley Lotman both singled before Noah D'Agostino's sacrifice fly scored Check to make it a 2-2 contest. In the seventh, D'Agostino singled home Lotman from second with two outs to give UWS a 3-2 lead heading into that eighth inning. But from there, the Cardinals scored three times in their next at-bat, take the lead for good at 5-3. For the game, UWS notched 7 hits as a team and were led by Steiner, who went 2 for 4 at the plate. On the mound, Zach Roman started for the Yellow Jackets and pitched the first 7 innings while allowing 2 earned runs on 5 hits while striking out 6 without issuing a walk. Aiden Pfeiffer took the loss for the Yellow Jackets, pitching 1/3 of an inning, giving up 2 runs on 2 hits before being relieved by Ethan Cody and Caden Corlett. Meanwhile, Northland comes into this first contest of this weekend series sitting at 0-10 overall. Cal Fogner in his second season, 8 wins, 38 losses at the helm of the Northland program. Still looking for their first victory of 2025 after dropping a pair of games to Rockford in their last outings by scores of 3-2 and 11-8 on Saturday in Rockford, Illinois. In game 1 of that doubleheader, the Lumberjacks and Regents headed to the bottom of the eighth inning, deadlocked at 2 apiece before Rockford's Enrique Melendez belted a 2-out solo home run to left to provide the winning margin, while in Game 2, the Regents jumped out to an 11-3 lead heading into the eighth before Northland scored 5 times over the final 2 frames to make it an 11-8 final. In Game 1, the Lumberjacks finished with 7 hits as a team and were led by Peyton Solberg, who went 2 for 4, while Ridge Guyette accounted for both Northland runs with a 2-run homer in the top of the 6th. On the mound, Ethan Boyce went all the way for Northland, allowing 3 earned runs on 8 hits while striking out 7 and walking just 2. In Game 2, Northland finished with 11 hits, while Nathan Davison, Peyton Solberg, Michael Castillo, and John J. Ariazola each had 2 hits for the Lumberjacks. On the mound, Andrew Birko, today's starter for Northland, got the start and pitched the first 5 innings, allowing 5 earned runs on 8 hits while striking out 1 without issuing a walk. Anthony Boyle and Vinny Cooney also pitched for the Lumberjacks, combined to give up 5 earned runs on 7 hits in 3 innings pitched. So sets the stage for Game 1 of this 3-game set between the Yellow Jackets and the Lumberjacks. And with that being the case, we'll take a quick break before we come back and get the introduction of the 2 teams, courtesy of our public address announcer for today's game, John Garver. That's coming up in just a moment or two. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.
Student Athlete Advisory Committee. We ask all spectators to respect and honor the hard work of the student athletes, coaches, and officials in today's contest by cheering in a positive manner for your team. Please refrain from the use of any sexist, racist, homophobic, derogatory language, including personal comments directed toward any individual. The administration of UW Superior, specifically today's contest manager, reserve the right to remove any individual violating this conduct policy or demonstrating any other form of inappropriate behavior. Thank you for respecting the spirit of NCAA Division III, the Upper Midwest Athletic Conference, and UW Superior.
Conference baseball game featuring the Northland College Lumberjacks and your University of Wisconsin Superior Yellow Jackets. Let's meet the starting lineups for today's game. The starting lineups are sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union. First for the visiting Lumberjacks, leading off and playing in right field, number 35, Nathan Davidson. Batting second and playing first base, number 32, Ridge Guyette. Batting third and playing in left field, number 18, Desmond Latexier. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 33, Peyton Solberg. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 16, Gabe Villa. Batting sixth and playing in center field, number 7, Caden Willis. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 2, John J. Ariziola. Batting eighth and catching, number 38, Michael Castillo. Batting ninth and playing second base, number 13, Tyler Murphy. Pitching for the Lumberjacks today, number 24, Andrew Burko. Head coach of the Lumberjacks is Cal Faulkner. He is assisted by Nick Rackley, Nick Pegornick, and Shane Buckley. And now, the starting lineup for your Yellow Jackets. Leading off when playing second base at junior from Andover, Minnesota, number 10, Noah D'Agostino. Batting second, the designated hitter, a freshman from Belleville, Wisconsin, number 18, Devin Friedland. Batting third and playing in right field, a senior from Baraboo, Wisconsin, number 3, Peyton Steiner. Batting fourth and playing in left field, a junior from St. Michael, Minnesota, number 28, Trey Seibert. Batting fifth and playing first base, a junior from Stillwater, Minnesota, number 34, Tanner Voigt. Batting sixth and playing in center field, a senior from Mission Viejo, California, number 29, Maxton Howell. Batting seventh and catching, a junior from Kirkhoven, Minnesota, number 4, Wiley Lockman. Batting eighth and playing third base, a junior from Maple Grove, Minnesota, number 23, Brian O'Dwyer. And batting ninth, a senior from Superior, playing shortstop, number 5, Johnny Rose. Pitching today for the Yellow Jackets, a senior from Melrose, Minnesota, number 16, Ben Welly. The head coach of the Yellow Jackets in his 4th season is TJ Oakes. He is assisted by Sean Marshall, Ryan Castaneda, Matthew Tappy, and Isaac Fugere. At this time, we ask all fans, please rise if you are able and kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So the national anthem has been played. The two teams have been introduced by our public address announcer here for game one of this set, John Garber, and we are moments away from getting the first pitch of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Lumberjacks underway here from Wade Stadium in Duluth. The starting lineup today is sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union, your friendly local credit union here to meet your financial needs with 12 locations in northeast Minnesota and northwest Wisconsin, serving its 37,000 members. On the mound for the Yellow Jackets here today in this home opener for the 2025 campaign is senior Ben Welly for the Yellow Jackets. The numbers on Welly to you here in just a moment, as Northland will open up the top of the first inning by sending Nathan Davidson, Ridge Guyette, and Dez Lextexier to the plate here against Ben Welly. The Yellow Jackets lead the all-time series with Northland 30-11. Numbers on Welly on the season, making his fifth start of the campaign, a record of 2-1. An ERA of 5.12 and 19 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 17 hits, 11 runs, all of which have been earned. He's walked 7 and struck out 20. And as I mentioned, he will be going up here against Nathan Davidson. Des Letexier will bat third in the inning, as well as Ridge Guyette. As we're moments away from getting this one underway. Today's opening pitch, by the way, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, Northern Wisconsin's Island Getaway. And here is Welly now stepping in. Davidson, the leading hitter for Northland this season, hitting .382. 13 hits and 34 trips, no home runs, 6 RBIs for him on the season as Welly kicks and delivers. And we are officially underway. And a check swing strike there for Welly. And the next pitch comes inside and clips Davidson on the left shoulder. He'll hit down to first base. So an HPB to start the game here for Northland. Davidson is aboard. And here's Ridge Guyette now. Guyette had 2 home runs, by the way, in those 2 games against Rockford last time out here for Northland. And here's the first pitch to him. It comes inside for a ball. Ridge Guyette betting 182 on the season. Northland has hit 4 home runs as a team this season. 2 of them, like I said, courtesy of the man in the batter's box, Ridge Guyette. As the first pitch was low for a ball, next pitch is swung on and fouled. And that evens up the count at 1-1. Davidson over at first base has not had a stolen base as of this season. Or stolen base this season, I should clarify there, as he's being held over at first, however, by Yellow Jacket first baseman Tanner Voigt. And Welly kicks and delivers, and here's a check swing, and that one is low. So the Yellow Jackets defensively for you here while we have a moment. Around the horn on the infield. Over at third base for the Yellow Jackets is Brian O'Dwyer, shortstop Johnny Rhodes. As this pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right. Voigt coming over to have a look, but it is out of play. O'Dwyer at third, Johnny Rhodes at short. Over at second base is Noah D'Agostino, and at first is Voigt. Left to right on the outfield, Trey Sybrandt to left field. Out in center field for the Yellow Jackets. We'll get that. It's Max Howell, actually, for the Yellow Jackets, as this pitch is swung on and fouled away. And over and right is Peyton Steiner, while Wiley Lottman does the catching here for UWS in game 1 of this 3-game set. 2-2 now your count here to Guyette, be followed by Letexier. And here's the pitch. Swung on and tapped foul at the plate. And we'll do it again here on 2-2. Jackets had won 16 out of 17 against Northland. Before dropping their last contest against the Lumberjacks in April of last year, 7-1. Looking to get back on the winning track here against Northland in this one, as this breaking ball stays high, and it now runs the count full at 3-2. 3-2, nobody out. Nathan Davidson hit by a pitch over at first base. He'll be off with the offering here, I would think, from Welly. Apparently not, and the pitch is swung on now and popped foul again. And Voigt coming over to have a look, and he'll just run out of room up the first base line. And we'll stay with the count full now at 3-2. Three-two pitch on the way. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Welly, his 21st of the season. 1 down here for Northland in the top of the first. And that now will bring up Des Letexier. Letexier so far hitting .333. He's 3 for 9 on the season. No home runs, no RBIs so far, making just his 6th appearance of the season for the Lumberjacks and his 5th start. Starting on left field today. Here's the pitch. Up and in for a ball. 1-1 pitch. Check to throw to first base, and diving back head first is Nathan Davidson. And here's Welly's pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right. That makes the count now 1-2. Northland's lineup, Davidson leading off. Guyette batting second. Letexier at the plate now. Then it's Peyton Solberg in the 4th slot. Gabe Villa in the DH slot in the 5th position in the batting order. Then Caden Willis, John J. Ariozola, Michael Castillo, and Tyler Murphy here. This pitch missed for a ball, so it's now 2-2 your count here to the right-handed swinging Letexier. And here's the pitch. That one stays high. We've run it full again. Now 3-2. Second 3-ball count here in the early stages of this one. And this pitch is off of the glove of Wiley Lotman to the backstop, so it'll be a base on balls. Davidson will move up to second. Runners on first and second. And I'll bring up Peyton Solberg here for Northland. First pitch from Welly. Solberg hitting .304 on the season. 7 hits and 23 trips. No home runs, 3 RBIs for him. And here's the offering from Welly. Up and in for a ball. Makes it 1-1 now. Solberg had 4 combined hits in the doubleheader against Rockford on Saturday for Northland. And the 1-1 offering swung on and fouled back to the backstop. 1-2 now. Welly gets ahead. Jackets, after this weekend set, will be on the road to take on St. Mary's out of the MIAC for 2 on Tuesday, but then they'll return home for 6 straight home games. As this pitch is swung on and ground out in the left field. Davidson's going to hold up at third. As the throw comes in and the bases are loaded. First hit of the game. A single left from Solberg. Davidson to third. Letexier on at second. And here's Gabe Villa now to bat here for Northland. Villa hitting .222 on the season, 4 hits and 18 trips, no home runs, and 2 RBIs. As Welly's pitch. There's a check swing foul up the first base line. It's 0-1 now. Villa, the designated hitter here in game 1 of this set. Games 2 and 3, as I mentioned in the pregame, at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex across the bridge tomorrow, 1 and 3:30. The scheduled opening pitch times on those 2 games is this pitch from Welly. And it's off the plate to up the count now 1-1. One pitch on the way. Fastball rides high, now 2-1. Welly's 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Jammed him up just a little bit, swung through it. Evens up the count now 2-2. Tanner Voigt playing in a bit on the first base side for the Yellow Jackets. Everybody else at normal depth just about. As this pitch on 2-2 now drifts outside, and it's a full count again. A lot of 3-ball counts here so far for Ben Welly in this top half of inning number 1. Bases loaded. Northland looking to break out on top here. And their first at bat. And this pitch is swung on and hit high in the air, shallow right. Steiner coming in. He'll make the catch. And holding at third will be Davidson. So Villa flies out to right field. Now 2 down in the inning, and that will bring up Caden Willis.
Center fielder number 7, Caden Willis.
And the first pitch to Willis is swung on and fouled back. Willis hitting .241, 7 hits and 29 at-bats, 1 home run and 4 RBIs for the Northland center fielder. And Willie ahead 0-1 here, trying to get out of a jam in the top half of inning number 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped high in the air down the right field line. Boyd coming over, having a look at it, and he will just not be able to come up with the catch there. Tough spot there for Tanner Voigt. And they have Stillwater, Minnesota had to negotiate both the warning track and also the fence up the right field line. Ends up just being a strike here for Willis, and it's 0-2 now your count. Willie ahead here, looking to get out of the top of the first with no damage done. Senior righty here for the Yellow Jackets, kicks and delivers. And just missed the outside edge on that one to make it 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung on and popped up to right field. Coming over now and giving it a look is Steiner. He'll make the catch, and that'll bring an end to the top half of inning number 1. For Northland in the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 left aboard. After 1/2 inning, your score Northland nothing. Yellow Jackets coming up. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball, brought to you by Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at Wade Stadium for the bottom half of inning number 1. Yellow Jackets and Northland. Andrew Bierko completing his warm-up tosses, making his 4th start of the season for the Lumberjacks. Record of 0-2, an ERA of 9.49 and 12 1/3. He's getting up 18 hits, 16 runs, 13 of which have been earned. He's walked 8 and struck out 5, and he will face Noah D'Agostino, Devin Friedenlund, and Peyton Steiner here for UWS in the bottom half of inning number 1. D'Agostino now in his junior season for the Yellow Jackets. Stepping in here against Bierko, and here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. D'Agostino hitting .282 on the season. And this pitch is swung on and hit the center field, coming in and making a sliding catch out in center field for Northland was Caden Willis. 1 up, 1 down here for the Yellow Jackets on the F8 off the bat of Noah D'Agostino, and that'll bring up Devin Friedenlund. Playing his first home game officially as a Yellow Jacket. Freshman from Belleville, Wisconsin, steps in with 1 out, nobody on. And Bierko's pitch. Over the inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Friedland making his 10th start of the season. This pitch is swung on and ground out to third. Quick toss over to first base. Quickly 2 out here on the 5-3 putout of Devin Friedland, and that'll bring up Peyton Steiner now for the Yellow Jackets. Senior from Baraboo, Wisconsin for the Yellow Jackets. Weighing the first pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. 0-1. Steiner, his 8th start of the season, getting 263, 5 hits and 19 trips, no home runs, 2 RBIs. And this pitch is swung on and ground out to short. And the throw from John J. Ariazola retires Steiner on a 6-3 putout, and the Yellow Jackets have a quick and quiet bottom half of inning number 1. For the Yellow Jackets in the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on board. After 1, we're scoreless. The Yellow Jackets nothing, Lumberjacks nothing. Will come back at the top of the second. Right after this is Yellow Jacket Baseball, brought to you by Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMax Sports Network. Back here for the top half of inning number 2, John J. Ariazola, Michael Castillo, and Tyler Murphy due up here against Ben Welly.
Shortstop number 2, John J. Ariazola.
Ariazola hitting .323 on the season, and he takes the swing at the first pitch and fouls it off to the right. 0-1. 10 hits and 31 trips, no home runs, 6 RBIs for Ariazola. As he stands in here on an 0-1 count here from Ben Welly. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Welly quickly heading the count now 0-2. Temperatures expected to reach the mid-40s before the day is out here in Duluth. Plenty of sunshine. It's supposed to get progressively colder the next couple days, however, which will make doubleheader tomorrow interesting across the bridge especially. As this pitch is swung on and fouled back. 0-2 now your count. Here's Welly's pitch. Swung on and hit high in the air. Right field, very shallow. Coming in is Peyton Steiner, and he'll make the catch. That's 3 straight flyouts to right now for Northland. 1 up, 1 down. On the top of the second, here's Michael Castillo to bat. Castillo hitting .333, 2 hits and 6 trips. No home runs, 1 RBI. And here's Welly's pitch. Swung on and hit out to right field. On the line, 4 straight out there to Peyton Steiner, and 4 straight times he's made the catch. 2 up and 2 down. And here's Tyler Murphy now to bat.
Second baseman number 13, Tyler Murphy.
And the first pitch from Welly over the outside corner for a strike. Murphy hitting an even .200. 8 hits and 40 trips, no home runs, 1 RBI. For the Northland second baseman as that pitch is low. Even up the count now 1-1. Welly's pitch on the way. Breaking ball. This is the inside edge to make it now 2-1. 2-1 pitch coming. Swung on and popped up in the air on the infield. Voigt calling for it as he comes in from first, makes the catch, and it's a quick and quiet top half of inning number 2 for Northland as the Lumberjacks go down in order. For Northland in the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We'll take a quick break and come back with the bottom of the second inning right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here for the bottom half of inning number 2 with Trey Seibert, Tanner Voigt, and Max Howell. The bat here against Andrew Burko, who sit down the Yellow Jackets in order in the bottom half of the first. As Trey Seibert steps in. And the first pitch from Burko. Off the plate for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Next offering. Bounces up there. Now 2-0. Seibert hitting .289 this season, 13 hits and 45 trips with 1 home run and 8 RBIs for UWS. He also in his junior season here for the Yellow Jackets. And here's the pitch to him. Breaking ball stays high, and now it's 3-0. With Tanner Voigt waiting on deck here for the Yellow Jackets. And on 3-0. There goes pitch. Right down the middle for a strike here. Make it now 3-1. Setting the Northland defense for you. Around the horn on the infield. Peyton Solberg at third. John J. Ariazola down in short. As this pitch is swung on and grounded past Solberg down the left field line. Rounding first. Having a look at Seibert, but he will hold up at the first base bag for the Yellow Jackets with a leadoff single. First hit of the game for the Yellow Jackets, and now here is Tanner Voigt to bat. For Northland, I mentioned it, Solberg over at third. Ariazola at short. Over at second base is Tyler Murphy. Over at first is Ridge Guyette, the outfield. As this pitch from Burko stays high. From left to right, Desla Texier out in left. In center field is Caden Willis. Out in right field is Nathan Davidson. And doing the catching here is Michael Castillo for Northland. So that's the Northland defense as Burko goes to first base. And diving back in time is Seibert. Jackets so far as a team have stolen 17 out of 25 attempted bases this season. Seibert so far 2 for 4 in stolen bases. 2-0 the count now to Voigt. As Burko now comes and delivers and leaves that pitch high for a ball. Voigt, by the way, hitting just .217 this season. 10 hits and 46 trips. Has power in his bat. We've talked about that in the past. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs for Voigt. As this pitch comes over the inside. Jackets this season shown some power. They've hit 12 home runs as a team this year. Team leader Max Howell for the Yellow Jackets. With 3 as this pitch is swung on and popped up. Foul territory, coming in and giving a look is Castillo, but he won't be able to make a grab on it. And the count goes to 3-2. Howell, by the way, waiting on deck here for the Yellow Jackets. He's having a very nice start to the season as Max Howell. We'll talk about that when he, of course, comes to the plate. 3-2 count now to the native of Stillwater, Minnesota, Tanner Voigt. And here's his pitch. Low for ball 4. The Jackets have 2 on with nobody out for Max Howell. Howell leading the Yellow Jackets in hitting this season, hitting .303, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. All 3 of those marks leading the Yellow Jackets this season. Sybran out at second, Voigt on at first. Nobody out, bottom half inning number 2. And Howell now going to push a bunt up the first baseline. Burko will throw to second. Baseman Tyler Murphy, The sacrifice completed. Sybran to third, Voigt to second, 1 out. And I'll bring up Wiley Lotman, the catcher here for the Jackets. Lotman hitting .280 on the season. 7 hits and 25 trips, no home runs, 1 RBI. Trying to change that number here as he bats with 2 on. Runners on second and third with 1 out. And the first pitch, a ball from Andrew Burko. Here's the pitch. That one over the outside edge. Even up the count now, 1-1. Lotman awaits the pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball comes up and in. And that makes it now 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swing on and missed. Lotman went up several backstops trying to replace Isaac Fougere, who long time Yellow Jackets starting catcher, now has joined the coaching staff for UWS this season. And 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pulled the string on him, and Lotman swings through it. Second out of the inning, and that now will bring up Brian O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer hitting .278. 10 hits and 36 trips, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. And the first pitch is swung on and grounded back through the middle, picked up by Ariozola. He'll throw to first, and that'll get Burko out of the inning with no damage done on the 6-3 putout. Jackets load the bases, 1 out, but come up empty in the bottom half of inning number 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left aboard. We played 2 complete innings. Your score, Yellow Jackets nothing, Northland nothing. We'll come back with the top of the third right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Davidson, Guyette, and Letexier to bat here against UWS starter Ben Willey. Top half of the third inning, no score between the Yellow Jackets and the Lumberjacks. Game 1 of this 3-game set. Can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets. Tune to Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garver and me throughout the year as we sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on Yellow Jacket TV on UWSYellowJackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. As the first pitch from Welly misses for ball one. Davidson hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. That in the top half of the first, leading off the game. Got stranded on third base. Has no official at bat as of yet. Nice pitch swung on and tapped foul. 1-1 your count now to the Northland right fielder. And this pitch also swung on and tapped foul to make it now 1-2. Welly has set down the last 5 Lumberjacks in order here. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit out to right field. A lot of fly balls to right here so far for Northland. As Peyton Steiner drifts over and makes the catch. 6 straight now set down by Welly. Davidson flies out to right, leading off the third. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Ridge Guyette to bat now.
First baseman number 32, Ridge Guyette.
Guyette struck out swinging in the first and is 0 for 1. And the first pitch from Welly. Fastball over the inside edge for a strike. 0-1 your count. One pitch on the way. This fastball rides high. Teams up the count now 1-1. Welly kicks and delivers. Swung on and ground out to third. Stays inside the line. Picked up now by O'Dwyer. Throws to first. Backhanded stab there by Voigt. 5-3 on the putout. 2 up and 2 down in the third, and that'll bring up Des Letexier, who walked in the first and was stranded on second. As well as selling in a little bit here after that first inning. First pitch, breaking ball over the outside edge. 0-1 your count. 7 in a row now set down by Ben Welly, and here's the pitch. Pitch is inside for a ball. Makes it 1-1. 1-1 delivery here from Welly. Check swing. Pitch stays high. Makes it now 2-1. 2-1 pitch on the way. That one stays high as well. Now 3-1 to Letexier. Peyton Solberg would be next. Pitch is swung on and hit the center field, medium depth. Waiting for it to come down and making the catch for the Yellow Jackets. The center fielder, Max Howell, and that will retire Northland in order in the top half of the third. For Northland, in the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We have played 2.5. Your score, Yellow Jackets nothing, Lumberjacks nothing. We'll come back to the bottom of the third right after this on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMass Sports Network. Johnny Rhodes, Noah D'Agostino, and Devin Friedland here do up against Andrew Burko in the bottom half of the third for the Yellow Jackets. The younger brother of Ben Rhodes, who is a key contributor for the Yellow Jackets for 4 years. Johnny now in his senior season, Superior native. Comes in hitting .241 as the first pitch is swung on and fouled to the right. 1-1 your count. .241 for Rhodes, 7 hits in 29 trips, 1 home run and 1 RBI. As on 0-1, Burko's pitch skips up there for a ball. Northland playing him in on the corners here. Solberg in on the left side. Guyette in at first base as well. As on 1-1, here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded Toward short, cut off by Solberg. He'll throw to first, and that'll retire Rhodes on a nifty 5-3 scoring play. Nicely done there by Solberg. 1 up, 1 down, and we flip to the top of the Yellow Jacket batting order for Noah D'Agostino, who is 0 for 1, flew out to center field. Leading off the bottom of the first for the Yellow Jackets in his first plate appearance. The junior from Andover, Minnesota for the Yellow Jackets. Stands in, 1 out, nobody on. Both teams have 1 hit to this point in the game. This pitch is swung on and hit out to left field. And coming in and making a sliding catch. They're going to say he didn't make the catch. Oh, they're going to say no. Hands on his head out in center field there for Northland. Caden Willis thought he had made the catch. That would have been his second straight sliding catch on D'Agostino, but they're going to say he trapped it. So that'll go as a base hit. So single to center here, leading, or with 1 out, in the third. And here's Devin Friedland here for the Yellow Jackets. D'Agostino, by the way, the leading base stealer for the Yellow Jackets. 9 stolen bases in 10 tries. And he takes his lead at first base, and the opening offering from Burko is off the plate for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Friedland, by the way, 0 for 1, grounded out to third in his first plate appearance in this first inning. And now a check throw to first. D'Agostino, like I said, a threat to run. Jackets averaging a little bit more than 1 stolen base per game. D'Agostino, as I mentioned, 9 for 10 stolen bases this season. Bluffs a start, pitches off the plate, and the throw down to first base not in time for D'Agostino. 2-0 your count now to the Yellow Jacket designated hitter here. Talked about the temperatures in the 40s today. Not a lot of wind, however, which is a welcome respite in these parts as this pitch is inside for a ball. Taking off is D'Agostino, and he'll swipe second base. Stolen base number 10 on the season in 11 tries now for Noah D'Agostino. He's in scoring position with 1 out. And 3-0 the count now to Friedland with Peyton Steiner due up next here for UWS. This pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. Makes it now 3-1 to Friedland. And here's the pitch. Swung on and tap back to the, out in front of the plate. Picking it up now, Castillo, and he sails his throw to first. So Friedland on at first on an E2. D'Agostino to third. Runners on the corners now with 1 out, and that'll bring up now Peyton Steiner for the Yellow Jackets, who grounded out to short to end the first and is 0 for 1. So a hit and an error in the inning here so far. As Burko. And his first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 your count now. Senior from Baraboo, Wisconsin, as I mentioned, Peyton Steiner. And Burko's pitch. Swung on and hit out in the left field for a base hit. D'Agostino will score from third. Rounding second, digging for third is going to be Friedland. And he'll be safe there. Now the throw gets through the third baseman Solberg, and that'll allow Steiner to move up to second. So the RBI for Steiner. D'Agostino scores from third. Takes second on the throw. Friedland at third base as well. So here's Trey Seibert now for the Yellow Jackets. Single down the left field line, and it is 1 for 1 here. Jackets taking the lead here, 1-0. As the first pitch is low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch, breaking ball, finds the inside corner. Make it now 1-1 here to Seibert. Jackets with the heart of their order up here, leading at 1-0. Next offering stays high. Jackets with 2 hits in the inning here so far. And this pitch swung on and missed. Got a foul tip on it, actually. Makes it now 1-2 to Cybrant. And Burko on 2-2. Swung on and hit out to right field. They'll get down for a base hit. Friedland had to hold up as he was waiting for it. Comes in to score. Up to third base goes Steiner. Back-to-back RBI singles now. Cybrant is now 2 for 2. Runners on the corners, and now here is Tanner Voigt for the Yellow Jackets. Jackets now with 4 hits up on the board. 3 of them in this inning. So just 1 out. And Burko. An off speed. Voigt swings over the top of. 0-1 your count. Nice pitch. Off the plate for a ball. Taking off now, and the throw goes into center field as Cybrant ran down the second. That'll be an E2. Cybrant will go all the way to third base. Credit him with the stolen base, by the way. Steiner comes in to score on the error. Runner at third now. 3 in the inning. Voigt now on a 1-1 count. Second error on the catcher, Castillo. A couple of high throws from him. One on the tapper in front of the mound from Friedland. The other on the stolen base attempt this season by Cybrant. And Jackets have 3 in the inning. 1-1 pitch. Turning away from it is Voigt. Now 2-1 your count. Two-one pitch on the way. This one off the turf. Nice stop that time by Castillo. Now 3-1 your count to the Yellow Jacket first baseman with Max Howell waiting on deck. 3-1 pitch swung on and roped out in the left field. That'll get through for a base hit. Cybrant will score. Voigt with the RBI single. 4 in the inning now for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Howell now. Played a sacrifice in his first plate appearance. No official at-bat for Howell. Hitting .303 on the season. First pitch is swung on and tapped foul. Leading the Yellow Jackets in all of those categories, as I mentioned, at .303. 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. Picking over in center field for Nick Fredrickson, who graduated last year for the Yellow Jackets. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Castillo with the throw down to second. And they will catch Voigt there on the stolen base try. Second out of the inning. 0-2 to Howell. On 0-2, the swing pitch is swung on and tapped foul off to the right. And the 0-2 pitch forthcoming here from Andrew Burko. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll bring it in to the bottom half of the 4th inning, but not before the Yellow Jackets score 4 runs on 4 hits. There were 2 Northland errors and nobody left on board. At the end of 3 complete, your score Yellow Jackets 4, Northland nothing. We'll come back to the top of the 4th right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball, brought to you by Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMass Sports Network. Back here at Wade Stadium, Yellow Jackets with a 4 spot in the bottom of the third. Now lead it by the score of 4-0. And Ben White with that 4-run lead will face Peyton Solberg, Gabe Villa, and Caden Willis here in the top half of inning number 4 here for Northland. Solberg. First pitch swinging. Lofts one in the center field. Coming on is Howell, and he'll make the catch. 1 up and 1 down. Ben Willie now working on a string here for the Yellow Jackets. We charged the last 9 batters that he's faced, and now batting for the second time is Gabe Villa. 0 for 1 flew out to right field in his first plate appearance back in the opening inning. And he takes a breaking ball strike. 0-1 your count here. And the pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. Oh, 2 pitch forthcoming here from Ben Welly. And here it is. And it clips him on the inside shoulder. That, I think they are going to say that it was. Say that. What's that? Oh. Are they going to say, they're going to call him out on the play. I'm trying to figure out what they're going to say. He might have leaned into that one. So there is going to be 1 down. Get clarification on that call. I'm not sure what the rule is on that one, but I think they're going to call him for leaning in. Either way, he's out. And there's 2 down here in the 4th as Caden Willis steps in. First pitch swung on and ground out to third. O'Dwyer throws it over to Voigt. And the Lumberjacks go quickly and quietly in the top half of inning number 4. For the Lumberjacks in the top half of the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We play 3.5. Your score, Yellow Jackets 4, Northland nothing. We'll come back with the bottom of the 4th right after this on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here for the bottom half of the 4th, Wiley Lottman, Brian O'Dwyer, and Johnny Rhodes due up here for the Yellow Jackets against Andrew Burko. Lottman 0 for 1 for the Yellow Jackets, struck out swinging with 2 on and 1 out in his first plate appearance, and the opening pitch to him here is swung on and popped up behind short. John J. Ariazola for Northland will make the catch. 1 up, 1 down here. Lottman now 0 for 2, and that'll bring up Brian O'Dwyer.
Third baseman number 23, Brian O'Dwyer.
O'Dwyer for the Yellow Jackets grounded out to short. Bringing it into the second and is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to him. Comes inside for a ball. Oh, and 1 your count now to the Yellow Jacket third baseman O'Dwyer. Swung on and hit hard out in the left field. And ranging back and making the catch there for Northland is the left fielder, Des Letexier. 2 up and 2 down for the Yellow Jackets here in the fourth. And here's Johnny Rhodes now for the Jackets. He's 0 for 1, ground out to short, or excuse me, up to third base. Last inning and is 0 for 1. Jackets scoring 4 times in that inning on 4 hits. Northland committed 2 errors in that inning as well, as this pitch is swung on and missed by Rhodes. And here's Burko's pitch. That one bounces up there for a ball. And this offering stays high. That evens up the count now 2-2 here to Rhodes. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit out to left field. Letexier will come in and make the catch. And the Yellow Jackets go 1-2-3 in the bottom half of inning number 4. For the Yellow Jackets in the fourth, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played 4 complete here from Wade Stadium in Duluth, and your score after 4, Yellow Jackets 4, Northland nothing. We'll come back to the top of the 5th right after this on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here for the top half of inning number 5, John J. Ariazola, Michael Castillo, and Tyler Murphy due up now against Ben Welly, who have settled in quite nicely since that first inning. Right, the last 11 that he's faced now. Giving up just the 1 hit so far. 1 strikeout, 1 walk as well here for Welly. As Ariazola steps in. 0 for 1, flew out to right in his first plate appearance. And the first pitch from Welly's inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And this pitch is swung on and tapped out to short. Rhodes charging in, picks it up. Fires it over to Voigt. That retires Ariazola. 6-3 on the putout. 12 in a row now set down by Welly. And that'll bring up now Michael Castillo, who is also 0 for 1. Also flew out to Peyton Steiner in the second inning. This pitch is swung on and grounded back through the box. Welly picking it up. Throws to first on the hard comebacker. 1-3 on that putout. 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th, and that'll bring up Tyler Murphy now. And here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Line score here so far. Northland, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. The Yellow Jackets, 4 runs on 5 hits and no errors. As Welly kicks and delivers, and this pitch is swung on and lifted foul off to the right. So you have to count now 1-1. One pitch on the way. Swung on and hit the left field and hit pretty well, but ranging over and making the catch there for the Yellow Jackets will be the left fielder Seibert, and the inning is over here for Northland. For the Lumberjacks, in the fifth, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 4.5. Halfway home in this one, the Yellow Jackets heading to the bottom of the fifth, lead it by the score of 4-0. We'll come back with more right after this on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here for the bottom of the fifth inning. Flip to the top of the Yellow Jacket batting order. Noah D'Agostino, Devin Friedland, and Peyton Steiner due up here against Andrew Burko, who's gone all the way on the mound for Northland. Only had one real tough inning, and he was not helped by a couple of Lumberjacks errors in the field during that frame. Jackets scoring all 4 of their runs in the third. D'Agostino was part of that inning. Singled, still second, and then came around to score on the RBI single by Peyton Steiner. He also has flown off to center field and is 1 for 2 as the opening pitch from Burko is in there for a strike. 0-1 your count. And that pitch off the plate makes it now 1-1 to the junior second baseman from Andover, Minnesota. 1-1 pitch on the way. This check swing in there for a strike, and it's now 1-2. And that one just off the plate. Evens up the count now 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it is. Swung on and popped up behind third and foul ground, coming over Solberg to have a look. Ariazola also coming over, as was Letexier, and they run out of room in foul territory. Count remains 2-2 here to the Yellow Jackets' Noah D'Agostino. Two pitch on the way. Swung on and lined out to right field, but well played there. To make the catch there on the right field side was Nathan Davidson for Northland. He makes the catch on the liner out to right field from D'Agostino. 1 up, 1 down the fifth, and here's Devin Friedland now for the Yellow Jackets to bat. 0 for 2 with a run scored. Goes after the first pitch, pops it up. Foul ground. Guyette coming over to try to make the catch and can't quite get there. All in one your count now to the Yellow Jacket designated hitter. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. This one rides high. 1-1 your count here. The next offering fastball stays high as well. I'll make it now 2-1 here to Friedland. Two-one pitch. That's inside for a ball. Now 3-1 to Friedland, with Steiner waiting on deck. 3-1 pitch on the way. That one's low and in the turf for ball 4. So Friedland aboard for the second time today, this time courtesy of a walk. 1 on with 1 down, and here's Steiner now to bat for the Jackets. Steiner 1 for 2 so far with an RBI and a run scored. Friedland over at first, and the first offering from Burko is outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom half of the 5th inning here from Wade Stadium in Duluth. And this pitch is in there for a strike to even up the count now 1-1. One pitch. Going to be held off on for a second here as a check throw to first. Forces Friedland to dive back head first. As Burko now checking with Castillo behind the plate. And here's his pitch. Swung on and hit well to left field. Letexier running over to the corner, can't get there. Lands in fair territory. Friedland rounding second, pulls up at third, and Steiner will pull up at second with a stand-up double. So Steiner will place fly ball deep to left. It's the first extra base hit of the game for either team. And here's Trey Seibert now to bat for the Yellow Jackets. Seibert so far 2 for 2 with an RBI, a stolen base, and a run scored. Has runners on second and third with 1 down, and here's the pitch to him. Blocked by Castillo behind the plate for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Devin Friedland at third. Peyton Steiner on at second. Big lead, by the way, for Steiner out at the second base bag, and here's the pitch now to Seibert inside for a ball. 2-0 your count now to Trey Seibert. This pitch swung on and hit the center field. Willis waiting for it, will make the catch. Tagging up is Friedland. He'll come in to score on the sac fly. Second RBI of the game. And the Jackets up their lead now to 5-0. And here's Tanner Voigt now for the Yellow Jackets to bat. 2 out, runner on second base. Voigt 1 for 2. He also has an RBI, and now Castillo can't find the baseball. But Steiner will hold up at second base. Jackets with a run on 2 hits so far here in the 5th to lead at 5-0. This pitch catches the inside edge. Some activity now in the Northland bullpen down the first base line. Jackets bullpen is quiet. And now you pick out play at second base. Back is Steiner. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. That went a strike over the outside edge to make it now 1-2. One-two pitch, swung on and bounced over the mound. Back towards short. Ariozola picks it up, has a throw to first. Late. Will be an infield hit for Voigt. Advancing to third base, Steiner. Runners on the corners now with 2 out. And here's Max Howell now. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice thus far. And Burko's first pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1 your count. 1 pitch. Another breaking ball in the zone. 0-2 now your count to Howell. And Voigt now causing a rundown as the throw comes into the plate. And they're going to say that the tag was applied by Castillo to get Steiner. That's a design play by the Yellow Jackets. But nicely defended there by Northland. They take out Steiner at the plate. And go down as a caught stealing. And that'll bring it in to the 5th inning. For the Jackets in the 5th, 1 run on 2 hits. 3 hits. 1 run on 3 hits. No Northland errors and 1 left on base. We've played 5 complete innings. Your score after 5. Yellow Jackets leading it by the score of 5-0. We'll come back to the top of the 6th right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMax Sports. If you're a Yellow Jacket fan looking for great team gear, visit our official Yellow Jacket Sideline store and browse all the current styles of Yellow Jacket apparel and accessories, including the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear. Find the Yellow Jacket Sideline store at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. As we head to the top half of inning number 6. Flip to the top of the Northland batting order. Nathan Davidson, Ridge Guyette, and Des Letexier to bat here against starter Ben Welly, who is in quite a groove at this point in the game. This pitch is swung on, hit the center field. Howell will come in and make the catch. One up, one down. Davidson now 0 for 2. On the ring of Ridge Guyette, who is also 0 for 2. Welly now has retired the side in order the last 4 consecutive innings. And now has retired 15 in a row as this pitch is swung on and ground out towards second. D'Agostino up with it, 16 in a row now. As he flips it over to Voigt. 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th, and that'll bring up Des Letexier.
Left fielder number 18, Desmond Letexier.
Letexier so far 0 for 1 with a base on balls in the 1st. And Welly is setting these batters down quickly, by the way. As this pitch is inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And this pitch is inside. Now 2-0 your count. And like I said, all quiet in the Yellow Jacket bullpen, as you would expect, with how well Welly is throwing. Now 3-0 your count, however, here. Northland has a right-hander up in their bullpen as we speak here with 2 out in the top half of inning number 6. And here's the delivery. This fastball right in there from Welly. 3-1 now your count. (3-1) pitch. And that breaking ball catches the outside corner, and now the count is full to Letexier. 3-2 your count. And Welly's pitch. Swung on and grounded out in the left field, and that snaps the string. Letexier with a 2-out single to left on the 3-2 pitch. He's aboard with 2 out, and that'll bring up Peyton Solberg here for Northland, who is 1 for 2. Like I said, just the second hit given up by Welly here so far through 5 2/3. And here's the pitch. Fastball rides high for Welly. 1 ball, no strikes, your count. One 0 pitch on the way. Swung on and popped foul off to the right. Well, even up the count now, 1-1. Site for this one, Wade Stadium here in Duluth, the summer home of the Duluth Huskies, the Northwoods club here in the Twin Ports area. Here's the pitch. That one catches the inside corner, now 1-2. This particular venue also serves as the home for St. Scholastica, UMD, and a host of high school teams. So this is a field that gets a lot of use during the spring season. As this pitch comes inside and clips Soltenberg now on the shoulder. Second hit by pitch here that has been issued by Ben Welly. Runners on first and second with 2 out, and that'll bring up Gabe Villa. Villa so far 0 for 2. And the first pitch from Welly is over the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 your count here. Here's the delivery. Fastball stays high. Leaves up the count now 1-1. This pitch is swung on and skied foul. Coming back is Lottman. He'll give it a look. And it's out of play. One and two now your count. Jackets in the midst, by the way, counting today. Playing 9 of their next 11 games at home. Playing their first 9 UMAC conference games. First against Northland, then Martin Luther and Crown all coming to the Twin Ports to play the Yellow Jackets. As this pitch is swung on and golfed out to left field, Sybrant reaching up will make the catch. And that'll bring an end to Northland's top half of the 6th inning. For the Lumberjacks, in the 6th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left aboard. We've played 5.5. In your score, the Yellow Jackets 5, Northland nothing. We'll come back with the bottom of the 6th right after this on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. We're back here for the bottom half of the 6th. It'll be Max Howell, Wiley Lottman, and Brian O'Dwyer. The bat here against Andrew Burko. And the first pitch to Howell is swung on and fouled off to the left. 0-1 your count. Mentioned this is game 1 of a 3-game set this weekend between these two teams. We'll be back across the bridge tomorrow to play games 2 and 3. That'll be a doubleheader at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex as that pitch is over the outside corner. And 0-2 now to Howell. First pitch, by the way, of those two games, 1 and 3:30. As this breaking ball stays off the plate to make it now 1-2. And the Jackets will be on the road to take on St. Mary's in a non-conference doubleheader on Tuesday before returning home to take on Martin Luther next weekend. And they will host Crown for 3 following that series against the Knights. So like I said, in the midst of a 9 out of 11 run here for the Yellow Jackets at home. 1-2 your count to Howell. Here's the pitch. Swung on and looped foul off to the left. One-two pitch on the way. Swung on and nubbed off the end of the bat, foul off to the right. Howell to be followed by Lottman and O'Dwyer here in the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Yellow Jackets. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Northland, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors thus far. For the Yellow Jackets, 5 runs coming in the 3rd. As this pitch to Howell is swung on and popped up. Short center field, coming in is Willis, and he'll make the grab. Howell now 0 for 2. Short fly to center is the first out of the bottom of the 6th for UWS, and that now will bring up Wiley Lottman, the catcher, who is 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout in the 2nd and a pop out to short in the 4th. And the opening pitch to Lottman is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackets came in looking for their 6th win of the season, looking to keep Northland winless at 0-10. As the pitch to Lottman is swung on and chopped foul. There's the offering from Burko. Came inside on him and he swung over the top of it, did Lottman. And the Yellow Jacket catcher is down the count now, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Off the plate outside, even up the count now, 2-2. 2-2 pitch, swung on a cut right through the box. It's like Burko, hopefully he'll be all right. As it's scooped up by the second baseman Murphy, he'll toss to first to retire Lottman on a sharp 4-3 scoring play. And Burko, some nifty footwork there by the Northland pitcher to get out of the way of that one. That was hit pretty hard. Right through the box, as I mentioned, by Lottman. Second out of the inning, and here's Brian O'Dwyer now for the Jackets, who is 0 for 2. Two down here, bottom of the 6th, and the first pitch from Burko is in there for a strike. 0-1 your count. Here's the delivery. That one stays high, even up the count, 1-1. As this pitch comes over the inside, now 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. That one stays off the plate outside to make it now 2-2. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 6th. Jackets with 4 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. To lead at 5-0 as this pitch is grounded out towards short. Ariozola up with it, throws to first. Nice reach there by Guyette, and that retires the Yellow Jackets in order on a 6-3 scoring play. For the Jackets in the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 6 complete innings here from Wade Stadium. And your score, Yellow Jackets 5, Northland nothing. We'll come back to the top of the 7th right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here for the top half of inning number 7, Caden Willis, John J. Ariozola, and Michael Castillo due up here against the Yellow Jackets starting pitcher Ben Welly, who has been in command since the first inning, giving up just 2 hits thus far through 6 complete innings of pitching. Looking for his 3rd win of the season on the mound, and his first pitch here of inning number 7 is inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Willis so far 0 for 2. Flew out to right to end the first inning, and then grounded out to third to end the 4th for Northland in his 2 previous plate appearances, as that pitch is off the plate to make it now 2-0. Some light throwing now going on in the Yellow Jacket bullpen, as this one comes inside to make it now 3-0. 3-0 pitch. It's through there for a strike. 3-1 your count here. A lefty getting loose for the Yellow Jackets down the line. It is on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul at the plate. Now 3-2 your count here to Caden Willis. Willis will be followed by Ariozola and Castillo here in the 7th for Northland. This pitch swung on and tap foul, and we'll do it again here on 3-2. Three-two pitch, swung on and missed. And Ben Welly with that strikeout, his 2nd of the game. 1 up, 1 down here in the 7th, and I'll bring up John J. Ariozola, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 2, John J. Ariozola.
0 for 2 so far with a fly out and a ground out, and the first pitch to him is through there for a strike. 0-1 your count. 0-1 pitch, swung on and out to short on a hop. Johnny Rhodes for the Yellow Jackets throws to first. Nice scoop over there by Tanner Voigt. 6-3 on the putout. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Michael Castillo.
Catcher number 38, Michael Castillo.
Jackets, like I said, looking for their first conference win of the season. Conference opener for both teams, by the way. Jackets at 5-9 coming in, but have played some really stiff competition, something that Coach T.J. Oaks has been preaching for a few years. This pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right. Now 0-2 your count here to Castillo. 0 for 2, flew out to right in the 2nd. And grounded back to the pitcher on a nifty play. 1-3 on the putout in the 5th. 0-2 pitch on the way, and this one comes inside for a ball. Ball 1, strike 2, 2 out here in the top half of inning number 7. One-two pitch. That one comes inside. Now aims up the count 2-2. 2-2 offering on the way. Called third strike over the outside edge. Third strikeout for Ben Welly. Strikes out 2 in the frame, and the Yellow Jackets retire Northland in order. In the top half of inning number 7 for the Lumberjacks. In the 7th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played 6.5. Your score, Yellow Jackets 5, Northland nothing. We'll come back to the bottom of the inning right after this. This is UWS Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. back here for the bottom half of inning number 7. Johnny Rhodes is going to lead things off here for the Yellow Jackets. Rhodes stepping in here for the Yellow Jackets, and we'll flip to the top of the batting order for Nora D'Agostino. And Devin Friedland here for the Yellow Jackets. UWS leading it by 5. Pitching change for Northland. As this pitch is swung on and ground out to short. Up with it and the throw to first. That retires Rhodes on a 6-3 scoring play. 1 up, 1 down, and now here's D'Agostino to bat for the Yellow Jackets.
Now batting for the Yellow Jackets, second baseman number 10, Noah D'Agostino.
Two now your count now to D'Agostino. This pitch comes up. Make it now 2-1. D'Agostino so far on the day. 1 for 3 as this pitch in there for a strike to make it now 2-2. Now 3-2 your count here to D'Agostino. Friedland would bat next here for UWS. This pitch is off the plate for a ball. And here's Friedland now for the Yellow Jackets. Friedland so far for the Yellow Jackets. As this pitch is swung on and grounded through the box. Nice play there by Ariozola. D'Agostino on the diving try there. Friedland will reach on the fielder's choice. Gonna go 6-4-3 on the play. 2 down here in the inning. And now here's Peyton Steiner for the Jackets. 2 for 3 with a run scored as the throw to first base. Not going to be in time. And now the throw back off the pickoff try from Guyette. Past the pitcher, Paxton Mount, who is the new pitcher, by the way, now for Northland. And that'll be an error that will allow Friedland to move up to second. So E3 on the throw. Third error for Northland here in the game. Runner in scoring position with 2 out here in the 7th. And here's the pitch. And there for a strike. Paxton Mount, by the way, making his first appearance for Northland this season. As on 3-0. Here's the pitch. Sorry, folks. Got that one wrong. 1-1. I'm looking at the wrong number here. 1-1 your count now. Here's the pitch to Steiner. Bounces up there, now gets away from Castillo, taking off his Friedland, and he'll slide in the third on the wild pitch. Steiner, by the way, having a nice game. 2 for 3 with that RBI. Also has a run scored. Single and a double for the UWS right fielder. And a 2-1 pitch from Mount on the way. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Two and two with 2 down. Friedland on at third. Scored 2 runs so far in the game for the Jackets. And this pitch off the plate to make it now a full count. 3-2 your count now to Steiner with Trey Seibert. 2 up next here for the Yellow Jackets. This pitch low for ball 4. So Steiner aboard for the 3rd time on the game. Runners on the corners now. And here's Seibert to bat. 2 for 2 with a sacrifice fly, a couple of RBIs for Seibert, so he's having a good day at the plate. The Yellow Jacket left fielder has a chance to do a little bit more damage here with 2 down in the 7th. And here's the pitch in there for a strike. The Yellow Jackets still have some action going on their bullpen, although anything too serious as of yet doesn't appear. Here's the throw to first. Ben Welly pitching a gem here for the Yellow Jackets. Oh, 1 pitch. Low for a ball. Now 1-1 your count. Now checking with Castillo behind the plate, and here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right. Count now 1-2. And that pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike 3. So Seibert retired for the first time today, and the Yellow Jackets strand 2 runners in the bottom half of inning number 7. For the Yellow Jackets in the frame, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 left aboard. We've played 7 complete innings. Here from Wade Stadium, your score after 7, Yellow Jackets 5, Northland nothing. We'll come back from the top of the 8th right after this. This is UWS Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here for the top half of the 8th inning. Have you downloaded Swarm Central, the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets? Get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. As the first pitch is bunted up the third base line. Well, Dwyer charging in for the Yellow Jackets, scoops it up and will toss the first. Now will retire Tyler Murphy on a 5-3 scoring play, 1 up and 1 down. And we flip to the top of the batting order now for Nathan Davidson here for Northland. It was 0 for 2 so far. Has a hit by pitch in there as well as the first pitch is swung on and fouled to the screen off to the right. 0-1 your count here now to Davidson. 1 up, 1 down, top half of inning number 8. Matt Johnson here from Wade Stadium as this pitch swung on and ground to short. Rhodes tosses over to Voigt. That retires Davidson on a 6-3 scoring play. 2 up and 2 down in the 8th, and that'll bring up Ridge Guyette now. Well, he has been in command since the first inning. Had a bases-loaded jam with 1 out in the first, but it has been smooth sailing for him since then as this pitch is swung on and ground out to short. Rhodes up and it throws to first, and a very quick and quiet top half of inning number 8 for Northland. In the 8th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Your score, Yellow Jackets 5, Northland nothing. This is UWS Baseball on the Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here for the bottom half of the 8th, Tanner Voigt, Max Howell, and Wiley Lottman to bat here against Paxton Mount, beginning his second inning of work here for Northland. Voigt steps in now with 2 hits, one of 3 Yellow Jackets with 2 hits in the game. Cy Brent and Peyton Steiner being the others as this pitch is swung on, ground out to third. Up with it, Solberg, his throw across. And now retires Voigt on a 5-3 scoring play, 1 up and 1 down for the Jackets in the bottom of the 8th. And I'll bring up Max Howell so far, 0 for 2 so far with a sacrifice.
Now batting for the Yellow Jackets, the center fielder number 29, Maxton Howell.
And the first pitch from Mount, swung on and grounded out to short. Ariozola up with it, throws over to first. Nice play that time there by Guyette on that play. In between hop there. Fielded it well, though. 6-3 on the scoring play. 2 up and 2 down the bottom of the 8th. And here now is Wiley Lottman for the Yellow Jackets. Lottman is 0 for 3 so far with a strikeout, a pop out, and a ground out in his 3 previous trips as Mount's pitch with 2 out is in there for a strike. 0-1 your count. And the umpire calling time there. A 1 pitch. Swung on and hit out to left field. Letexier waiting for it. And he'll make the catch, and the Yellow Jackets go 1-2-3 in the bottom half of inning number 8. For the Jackets, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the 9th, and your score here from Wade Stadium, UWS 5, Northland nothing. We'll come back to the top of the 9th right after this. This is UWS Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here for the top half of the ninth, Texier, Peyton Solberg, and Gabe Villa to bat against Ben Welly, going for the complete game here for the Yellow Jackets. Looking for his third win of the season, trying to give the Yellow Jackets their sixth win overall here so far in 2025. And he faces the Texier leading off the top of the ninth, and the first pitch is swung on and popped up on the infield near the plate. Wiley Lottman making the call here for the Yellow Jackets. He makes the grab. One up, one down, and here's Peyton Solberg now for Northland. Same two teams tomorrow for a doubleheader. Across the bridge at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex. I will not be there for the play-by-play, but Evan Ludwig, one of my colleagues with Yellow Jacket TV, will be there. Again, the opening pitches of those games, 1 and 3:30 over in Superior, as this first pitch is swung on and missed by Solberg. And so far is 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. As one of the 2 hits for Northland in this one, as this breaking ball comes inside, even with the count now 1-1. Stick around, we'll also have a brief post-game recap sponsored by Synovus Energy. Once we go final here, as this pitch is swung on and ground out to short. Rhodes up with it. Over to Voigt. That retires Solberg. 2 up and 2 down, and now Northland down to their final out here. As Gabe Villa comes to the plate, having gone 0 for 3 so far. Again, we'll jump into that once we go final immediately here from Wade Stadium in Duluth. As Welly looking for the shutout here. And his first pitch is a fastball for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Comes inside, and this time Villa making sure with the home plate umpire that it's the right call. We had a situation earlier in the game where Villa thought he was hit by a pitch but was called out. He wanted to make sure on that occasion, so he turned the home plate umpire just to make sure that there was no problem that time. So he's aboard with 2 out. Now here's Caden Willis to bat the center fielder. He was hit less than 3 trips, and the first pitch from Willie's inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. As this pitch is swung on and popped up. Lottman in foul territory will make the catch, and that'll do it. As well, he goes the distance for the Yellow Jackets. Pitches the complete game. And UWS opens up the home portion of the 2025 campaign with a 5-0 win over Northland College. 5-0 your final score. We'll take a quick break and come back with our post-game show in just a couple of seconds. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball, brought to you by Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMac Sports Network. Back here at Wade Stadium, your final score, Yellow Jackets winning it by the score of 5-0. As we jump to our post-game show, sponsored by Synovus Energy and the Spirit Refinery. Synovus Energy, we energize the world to make people's lives better. Yellow Jackets scoring 4 of their 5 runs in the 3rd inning, adding an additional run in the 5th to win a final line score for the Yellow Jackets. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Northland, no runs, 2 hits, and 3 errors in the game. Yellow Jackets getting 2 hits each from Peyton Steiner, Trey Seibert, and Tanner Voigt in the ball game. But the real star of the game for the Yellow Jackets, no question, your post-game show player of the game, starting pitcher Ben Welly for the Yellow Jackets, getting his 3rd win of the season. He goes all 9 innings for the Yellow Jackets, gives up just 2 hits and no runs, while walking 1 and striking out 3 to improve to 3-1. With the victory now, the Yellow Jackets at 6-9 overall on the season. 1-0 in the UMAC, while Northland stays winless. They are now 0-11 on the season and 0-1 in the UMAC. These two teams will meet up again across the bridge, as I mentioned, over at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex for games 2 and 3 of this weekend set. Opening pitches there scheduled for 1 and 3:30. The pregame with Evan Ludwig here on Yellow Jacket TV starting at about 12:45. A big thank you to everybody who watched this contest here today, and a big thank you to our producers here from Yellow Jacket TV. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We hope you'll join us for more Yellow Jacket baseball as the 2025 season rolls along. So for all of us at Yellow Jacket TV, this is Matt Johnson. One more time repeating the final score. Yellow Jackets victorious in their first home game of the 2025 campaign. Your final score here from Wade Stadium in Duluth. Yellow Jackets 5, Northland nothing. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be tuning in again tomorrow from across the bridge over at the Superior Spartan Sports Complex. Until then, this is Matt Johnson signing off. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been UWS Baseball, brought to you by Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.